Hey guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant and welcome to the channel. Today is day 2 of Mega Movie Week and also the second day where I will be making a suggestion for a great 4K or HDR or Dolby Vision film to show off your amazing display at home. Once again, for those of you guys who do not know what Mega Movie Week is, it is an event that is on for 1 week and 1 week only, once a year, where a large number of digital download films to keep are reduced in price. These films are available to download from a number of sources, such as Apple, Google, Amazon, and various other places. If you want to know more details and want the full list of where you can download them from and how you can get hold of them, please see my first video where I covered all this. So, yesterday's film was Blade Runner 2049. And yeah, like I say, that was a great bargain, that one, if I just go back into it, as that one was only £2.99 and was 4K Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. I will come to my suggestion in a minute, but I just wanted to show you guys as well on here some of the bundles that are available. If I can find them. No, where is it? Yeah, here we go. Great value bundles. Particular ones that stand out to me as good value. If you're into the Fast and Furious franchise, then you've got all 8 films there, plus the new Hobbs and Shaw for only $24.99. And all those films are in 4K, I believe HDR as well. Yep, 4K HDR. And I think the latest 2 are actually 4K, yeah, 4K Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. So yeah, a great deal on that one there. And also the Jurassic Park collection. All 5 movies there, £12.99. And again, we've got 4K HDR on the older ones. And the newer one, I believe, yep, 4K Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos. So, if you are in the UK and your preferred provider is Apple for these films, which is mine as well, because a lot of the films are in HDR 4K, where some of the other companies don't do that, I can save you even more money. Now, all you've got to do is, before you go through with your purchase, is go to the site Top Cashback. If you haven't got an account, simple enough, sign up for that. And yeah, if you go through there and just search for iTunes, it will bring up a page where there is a link. And once you go through there, you get 7% back on every purchase. Not a lot of money, but still, you know, if you're buying a lot of films, it soon adds up and maybe pay for another 1 or 2 films. Moving on to my second day recommendation film, and like I said, this is a film that I would have tested out on both my LG OLED and my Samsung QLED. And for anyone who's wondering what TV this is the 65-inch Samsung Q90R. So yeah, all these films I have tested out myself, I have purchased myself. They've been tested out on both TVs. And yeah, moving on, today's recommendation is Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Once again, an absolutely brilliant film visually and sound as well to back it up. So looking at the specs for this one, so it is 4K, Dolby Vision. Once again, if you're on the Samsungs, you will not get Dolby Vision. That will just be in regular HDR because Samsung do not support that. And also Dolby Atmos. Visually, from start to finish, this film looks absolutely amazing, and there was no areas that I felt that was poor at all. Which TV did it look better on? Well, yesterday, the Blade Runner film, I said, was slightly better on the OLED. This one, to be honest, I got to say, it's probably a draw. Now, the dark scenes do look, again, slightly better on the OLED, but I must admit, I was pleasantly surprised with how well the QLED did do on some of the black scenes. It must be something to do with how the TV is processing the image. But other films, you know, there can be sort of more blooming. This one, I thought it was a lot more controlled and a lot better, especially in the opening scene, which I will come to in a minute. But where it shone expectedly was obviously in the bright areas, which did look better on the QLED over the OLED. Now, as far as the film goes itself, I wasn't expecting much, to be honest. You know, I thought the original was a great movie, and I thought this one might have been a bit naff, to be honest. I do like The Rock. I think he's a great actor. You know, you've got to take him with a pinch of salt, sort of thing, bit like along the lines of Arnie. But fair play, you know, I think he plays a great role in this, and so do all the other characters. You've got that Jack Black in there and that. And yeah, I thought it was a thoroughly enjoyable film. And main focus, though, on these reviews is the visuals. And yeah, this film does not disappoint at all. Moving on to some standout moments in this film that I think will be a great test for your display. So first one up is at roughly, I think it's 2 minutes 55 it starts from. Now in this scene we see a house that is really sort of quite well lit in the bright parts, but you've got some really good black bits to it. So up where the sky should be is really black, and it just looks very nice and contrasty. Look great again on both the QLED and the OLED. I'd say again it was a draw on this scene between the two. Generally you'd think the OLED might do better, but in all fairness the QLED handled the dark parts really, really well on this. And with that extra bit of brightness as well on the QLED, these lights and that just shone that bit brighter. Moving on a few seconds from that scene, so just leave it running and it will then flow into the Jumanji logo that comes up. And again, this looks absolutely beautiful on both displays. Now, again, I would recommend watching this at night, pitch black room. When this logo comes up, the blacks are completely black. And then you've got this beautiful orangey sort of red Jumanji logo that comes up, and it really, really just pops off the screen. I know it's only a logo, but trust me, it just shows how good these displays are between the brights and the darkness. And again, I've got to say it, the QLED done really, really well with this. Slightly better on the OLED, but not hell of a lot in it. Moving on to our second scene now, and this starts approximately 17 minutes and 30 seconds. And yeah, this is where we get our very first look at the jungle, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. What we see in this scene and following on from this is, you know, the lushness of the greens. We get the full effect here of the HDR or Dolby Vision, where you get, you know, these bright reflections off the leaves, the brightness coming through the sky there. And yeah, it really, really looks nice and just so rich and full of colour. Again, looks really good on both displays. Some parts of this suit the QLED better because you've got the extreme brightness coming through there. But then the darker parts obviously suit the QLED better. I'd say overall though, it did look ever so slightly better on the QLED. I think that is just down to the extra brightness there. But yeah, look gorgeous on both displays. And I recommend just checking out this part. So if any of you guys do purchase this film or any of the others that I have suggested yesterday and in the coming future, I would love to hear your feedback on them. Are the films as good as I say? And specifically the parts that I have pointed out, you know, how did they look on your TV? And I'd love to hear what TV that you are trying them out on. Is it a QLED, an OLED, or maybe something else? Also, if you have got any other suggestions of parts in these films that you think stand out and look really great, again, put a comment and you know, other people could maybe check those scenes out for themselves. So there you have it then, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video today, and if you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed and you'd like to see more of my movie suggestions this week, or just any of my other review videos, including OLEDs, QLEDs and anything else techie really, then please hit that subscribe button. So thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now. A thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed and you'd like to see more of my movies, I'll put my teeth back in. If you're going to be buying them through Apple, then I've got another great tip where you can I'll put my teeth back in. I'll just give up with that one.